most sought after sources of turquoise in the entire world. Sleeping Beauty does kind of stand on its own, head and shoulders above the crowd. These are the brand new drop earrings from Jay. He has the specimen to show you. He has the original samples, and he'll tell you the story of these fabulous earrings. I will just mention quickly the length, a little over 2 inches in length. You have 3 beautiful, gorgeous, pure, effervescent, eternal, flawless blue stones in each and every single earring, and they're all fully finished with those French hoop backs. But Jay, Sleeping Beauty, again, we don't have an entire hour of Sleeping Beauty. We used to do entire days of Sleeping Beauty turquoise, and it just doesn't happen anymore.
Well, it doesn't happen for a really great reason.
Yeah.
Sleeping Beauty, here's the natural rough these are specimens from my case. Okay, here's specimens. This is Sleeping Beauty, and I kept this. I've got different sizes of Sleeping Beauty. I've been. Monty Nichols has actually been on my show before, who was the last owner of the Sleeping Beauty turquoise mine. This is really a rarity for me. I'm very limited on what I can do in Sleeping Beauty. That's why you don't see a lot of Sleeping Beauty for me. I don't really have a lot. At one time, I had major tonnage of this turquoise. It's probably one of the more well-known, talked about. It's highly collectible. When they closed the Sleeping Beauty mine, this is in Globe, Arizona. When they actually shut this mine down, I guess it's almost going on 10 years now. It totally changed the turquoise market. It was the effect on the turquoise market was, it's still the ripple effect, and it changed it completely. You have to understand the Sleeping Beauty mine, that there were people that they depended on that mine, not as miners, but for the material. There were a lot of designers and manufacturing companies that they were second and third generation that working with that particular turquoise. When they finally just said, "Hey, we're not getting any material," they didn't get any material for the last few years. That's why Monty had to shut it down, and they shut it down. This turquoise, if you had it, it was selling for the large material that is this color, started selling. Started this frenzy on buying, and they had people come in that were buying this as a commodity. They're not even in the jewelry business. They're buying it like you would buy futures, like you would buy silver, like you would buy gold. A lot of the large Sleeping Beauty material that I had actually was selling for, and I sold it. It was selling for weight as much as gold.
Wow.
So weight for weight, a piece of turquoise, rough material, in a certain size, in a certain clarity, was selling for the same amount. Weight for weight is what gold was selling for. And it went really crazy. Now, the reason that you don't see a lot of Sleeping Beauty, and you're not going to see anything big, is because there's vaults and vaults of this rough material that are out there that people bought it as a commodity, as an investment, because it was skyrocketing in price. The thing is, now what are you going to do with it, right? You've got to make it into jewelry or something. So that's why when you do see it, I can take you places. You'll see an 8mm clear blue, robin's egg blue, Sleeping Beauty necklace. I can take you even to where I live right now. There's 2 galleries where I live currently, and they've got Sleeping Beauty necklaces in their galleries. There's not a single one that's under $20,000 for the strand. The price of it is just gone crazy, crazy. This is high, clear blue material. That's why I brought the rough to show you what I cut mine from. Now, I just kind of have enough that I can do things like this every now and then, right? Like I'll do a bracelet or something. I don't have any big pieces left.
Right.
I have this, but look at the quality, look at the clarity.
Look at
all the
every
Sleeping Beauty
stone
that you see now, like people that have, like Jennifer, or anybody who's who's actually designing it and still has Sleeping Beauty that they're designing, it's going to be about this size of cabochon, because there's a lot of rounds out there. They're cutting for yield. It's not real thick material that they're using. It was the thinner material, so it wasn't the thick material. The thick material people bought for huge money. I mean, there's no way that you could actually cut it and be able to put it in anything. I mean, the people that are cutting it, it's selling for thousands and thousands of dollars. I mean, it really, there's no way that it's not something that just the average person would buy anymore. It's really an investment when you buy it.
Most of us will never have the opportunity to own something like this, so I'm so glad that it's here. If you are a gem connoisseur, if you are a gem collector, if you love talking turquoise, if you love to share your love of gemstones with the world, and you want to be very confident of the source of your turquoise, look no further than J. King. This is a turquoise that's one of the most sought after, one of the most revered, one of the most well-respected, and certainly one of the most famous, and certainly one of the most iconic and expensive turquoise mines that you'll find in the entire world. And the fact that Jay is giving you a pair of earrings for such an affordable price, you can get it at home on FlexPay, but you'll have these in solid sterling silver, a beautiful kind of sweeping curve design, a little teardrop, almost like a wave or a water droplet. They're beautiful, they're serene, every single stone. It's literally worth its weight in gold. He's comparing it to the prices that you will find in other commodities today. So the fact that you can have an opportunity to own this pair, I think you're gonna love it. It also is opposite. You'll see one side is different than the other, so they can frame your face or they can be sort of facing away from your face. You get to decide. But once these few hundred are spoken for, it will probably never, ever be back. And that's why we love it when you break open the vault, you give us a little Sleeping Beauty from your private collection.
Well, just like even Sleeping Beauty, these, just so everybody knows, it's just like the Hubei, right? I have no rough. So now that's checked off the box of the materials that we have. I've got, literally, I could do like a few pair of earrings or maybe a bracelet and stuff. I don't have enough Sleeping Beauty, really. I wouldn't even call it I have workable quantity anymore. I'm getting down to almost the specimen quantity of Sleeping Beauty. So if you can get Sleeping Beauty, if you can buy it from anybody, of the top 12 collectible turquoises in my collection, Sleeping Beauty is one of them.